had been selected, as Sylvia mentioned, started to publish in the year zeros. We tried to, without knowing exactly what we were doing, but somehow we tried to turn that into a symbol of rupture, trying to break with many things inside Cuba. To begin with literary tradition, with our Hispanic, somehow conventional tradition of what is expected to be Cuban literature. Without local color, you don't have Cuban literature. Somehow you are facing, as in the prologue is mentioned, a kind of Cuban-less Cubanity. So, not because it was intentional, but somehow in the spaces that we were converging in Havana, because we were making digital magazines in a country without internet for any citizen, the interest in audiovisual, and that is reflected in the prose, in the narrative, and also some, I would say, some urge for provocation. So, if censorship is not coming for us, then we will be looking for censorship. Somehow it's like a striving for incorrectness, because maybe it's something childish, it will sound childish for you, but in a country where journalism is completely official, the same with the mass media, somehow literature has started to take the place of that normal columnism or opinion pieces of reflection in the newspaper. So somehow these writers are also chronicles of their time, but at the same time they go to the barriers of language and they start somehow not only dynamizing language, but somehow dynamiting, putting some dynamite into language. And some of these writers, maybe for the English-speaking audience, I think it will be very interesting to find how is it understood to narrate, to tell a story with these procedures. It could be called post-vanguard, it could be called experimental, but anyway, it's a rainbow. So, because this is not only a single piece, you will find realism in the stories, you will find context, and specifically in the fragments that were selected for the readers that are going to share with us these fragments, previews of the book, you will find a lot of description of Havana. Somehow, Havana is an obsession. Havana is, if the story was going to be told in another city of the Caribbean or Latin America, it would not be the same, because Havana is itself a character and somehow constitutes the part of the trama. Well, the persons that were invited in every anthology is arbitrary. We could select 5. We could select 1. Maybe I would be the only one. In Cuba, we have a saying, no, that says the one that makes the repartition takes the best. We could be 21, but that's not so important. The point is that we try to be as fair as possible, trying to select these persons that somehow some of them know each other, but some of them not. All of them share this vocation of trying to, what I said, is inaugurate our literary 21st century. So we could be talking of post-revolutionary literature, we could be talking of post-national conception of literature, a literature that will not be within the iron curtain of the Cuban Revolution, but we're trying to blow this tradition. No? And therefore it's a literature that is reading from Anglo and American tradition, is somehow reproducing some gestures that are completely inedit or completely surprising for a Cuban reader. Maybe, for me it's very interesting to get some, at some point, if you get the book, get some feedback as the editor, and for sure all of these writers back in Cuba will be more than happy, no? If anything can be, some of them published in blogs, and any feedback from the American public, it would be for them like a treasure. And we will be open to debate if at the end of the presentation, if you are willing to. Thank you very much.